Alrighty, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation, Australia. Are you ready for some football? Dude, I'm ready. I'm keen. I'm ready. I'm good to go. Had a massive weekend, doing all my work, wearing my chilling shirt now, getting ready to wake up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Steelers versus Browns. We should win this game. I think with all the stuff going on, being the Bengals, I think this is one of those ones where the Steelers organization cannot let it slip. From Tomlin to Omar Khan to the Rooneys to the players that are coming back for the ceremony, and I'll talk about that in a minute, to the gold end zones, to the history, to the stats. You cannot allow the Cleveland Browns, the Brownies, Browns is the Browns, allow them to walk in your house, Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium, whatever you want to call it, in Pittsburgh, to sweep the Steelers. Can't allow it to happen. Najee, offensive line, Russell Wilson, TJ Watt. I think Pickens might be having a hamstring injury, so we'll see how he goes in terms of playing ability. Will he show up? And I think we have a chance maybe to see Alex Highsmith coming back, rotating in Nick Herbig, Preston Smith. This is the one where you simply cannot allow the Browns to run over you. Myles Garrett need much better protection from Dan Moore. You need better protection on the offensive line in total. Cannot allow the Browns to sweep you because it would be the first time, I think it's this one. The Steelers have not been swept by the Browns since 1988. I was born in 1989. That's 35 years, almost 37 years, right? The Steelers have not been swept by the Browns since 1988. They have a streak of 32 consecutive seasons without being swept by the Browns. The longest streak in NFL history versus division opponents. That is one reason why you cannot allow the Browns to sweep you or to win in Sunday night football, right? 1 p.m., my 5 a.m. I'm going to wake up, have a coffee, chill out. It's hours away when I release this in the morning. That's one reason. Another reason why you can't allow the Browns to win is this. It is time to remind everyone the Browns have lost the past 20 regular season games in Pittsburgh. That's via Jerry Dulac. 20 times. Now, I will give them credit. They beat us away in the snow game. Fine. I will give them credit as well that the Browns beat us during that postseason debacle with Maurkice Pouncey throwing the ball over Ben's head. James Conner and Big Ben didn't decide to pick it up. Big Ben threw interceptions. We lost that game like 48-35 or something like that. It was terrible. Bad. That was in a postseason game, though. That was the first Browns postseason playoff win, I think, in like 20 years. And the Browns, you know how awful they are. They've been to the playoffs like 3 times in 24 years, and that's it. And they have one victory over us, which they count as their Super Bowl. Same as their Browns win in the Snow Globe game. They also count that as their Super Bowl. I don't think that this Browns team will have enough, get-go and mustard, and they have enough, energy to do it again. It was their Super Bowl in Cleveland. It was snowing. It was crazy. We almost won that game 19-18 with Austin. One bad kick and a few bad choices, and the Steelers lost the game in the snow. But now it's a bounce-back game. You took care of business versus the Bengals. 44 points for this offense, including field goals, and Russell Wilson was on fire, having 3 TDs, and I don't really worry about that one interception. Not too worried about that. So that's another reason why the Browns and the Steelers must win this game. It's a must-win. To remind everyone, the Browns have lost 20 regular season games in Pittsburgh, going all the way back to 2003, which is crazy. I started watching the Steelers in 2002 with Tommy Maddox, Tommy Gun. So it's another reason. Here is the third reason, right? It's a picture. Pittsburgh Steelers put this out yesterday with the golden sky. You got the gold end zones. You got the gold seats. Everything's gold. I like gold. That's from Austin Powers. I like gold. Schmelting. right? That's gold end zones. They're coming back. Steelers have the gold end zones. It's another reason why the Steelers cannot lose this game. You have gold end zones. You have the history. They have the records. The Browns haven't won there in 20 years. The Browns have not swept the Steelers in, 30-something seasons? 1988, 32 seasons, right? Everything's on your side. Here's one more reason, or four more reasons, why the Steelers cannot lose this game. They have to beat the Browns in our house at Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium. Over the weekend, the Steelers are honoring putting these players into the Hall of Honor class of 2024. Jason Gilden, he was the outside linebacker. He wore number 92. Casey Hampton, big snack. Dick LeBeau, defensive coordinator, and also Willie Parker, fast Willie Parker. Now, right now, as I record this episode, I'm listening to their speeches talk about the Steeler way and what it means to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, and the support from their families, from their coaches, from Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin, and Omar Khan and Kevin Colbert, and the overall support to be a Steeler. And by the way, too, big snack, Casey Hampton, he's lost a lot of weight. He almost looks like a running back and not defensive lineman. So that's another reason, and four more reasons why our Steelers have to just play the game of their lives. So physical, and I mean on teams. I want the gunners running down there as fast as they can, putting a lot of pressure on the punt return person, whoever it may be. I don't know who it is for the Browns. Don't care. I want Ben Skoranek on the outside and running down there and forcing fumbles. I want James Pierre doing his best work too. I want the Steelers, Austin, moving around in the slot and getting, moon balls from Russell Wilson, or getting targeted like that little slot route where he beats the safety into the end zone. He's done it twice in a row now. Do it again versus the Browns. I want tight end Muth getting targeted over 7 times, 6 times, and get him involved in the offense. I want to see if the Browns allow it, if they're not going to play press off coverage and more zone, and allow the Steelers to have their running backs work the middle of the field, feed the ball to the running backs in the passing game. Get the ball down the field, get first downs, feed Najee, feed Warren. Every single Steeler, all 53 and all 47, 48 players who play, must fire up in this game, because all those reasons, those blokes, for Jason Gilden, former Steeler, Casey Hampton, big snack, Dick LeBeau, who won championships, Willie Parker, who won championships, running back, had the 75-yard run. I don't know if is it still? It could be still the longest run in Super Bowl history. 75-yard run. That was awesome to see. I think it was Alan Faneca leading the way. The gold end zones, the history of it all. Haven't been swept since 1988, and also 20 regular season games. The Browns have lost the past 20. They haven't won in Pittsburgh in a regular season game. All those things, all that. Plus, here's one more thing. If that wasn't enough for the Steelers to fire up, and also they're playing because they want this team to win. They want to play to be the best out there. TJ Watt's going to go off, by the way. I think what's his name? Winston, the quarterback, eating W's. I think he's going to get a lot of pressure. Won't be the same game where it was in the snow. TJ Watt, he's going to go crazy. Here is one more, and I think he gets like 2 sacks, or maybe 3 sacks. You know what? I'm going to say 3 sacks. Here's one more thing. The Ravens have the bye. The Steelers, if they win this game, they go 2 games clear of the Ravens. Now, whatever happens in the Eagles game, if the Steelers lose that, okay, sure. It's an NFC opponent. They're playing crazy football. They haven't won there for a long time. Now, can the Steelers beat the Eagles? Yeah, they can. But if they lose that game, then you have a chance to win the division, Steelers versus Ravens, inside Baltimore, like Sean Manahan from the chat and from the Discord says. Go out there and get your hats, your AFC North champions hats, and also AFC North champions shirts. The Browns win this week can help that. Ravens have a bye. Don't really care if the Bengals win versus the Dallas Cowboys. They're pretty much eliminated from the playoffs. They're 4-8. Our Steelers are 9-3. You go out there, beat the Browns like you always have, like you always do, like every single time. You take care of business. You move to 10-3, and you have a chance to win the division over the next 2 weeks. Ravens have a bye. Remember that. They're 2 games behind. That's why this game is so important to players, to coaches, to the whole organization. is all those reasons. Hall of Honor, gold end zones, team fired up, teams playing good football, teams getting back to health, and you also owe a bit of revenge for the Browns beating you in their house. And you cannot allow them to sweep you this year. Can't let it happen. We're now getting in playoff mode. That is Cameron Haywood, TJ Watt. That is Russell Wilson is on fire at the moment. If he started the season, he could almost be in contention to be MVP. Can Russell Wilson have a really great 6 games or 5 games left? Dead set. Will he be MVP? Maybe not. But his numbers can be up there in terms of TDs and the interceptions. He hasn't really turned the ball over too much. That one penalty against Pickens should have been called, and it was never called. So that's pretty much it. I'm fired up. Hope you guys are too. I will be waking up at 5 a.m. for your 1 p.m. or 10 to 1, and we're going to watch Steelers versus Browns football because it's so important that we win this game. I don't care if they're a bad Browns team. We have to go out there, send a message, and smash them. Smash them because of all those reasons. Gold end zones, Hall of Honor, 30-something years, have not been swept, and also 20 games the Browns have lost in Pittsburgh. Keep the streak alive for all those things. That's why it's so important that our Steelers go and win this game. My final prediction, I reckon we smash them. I've got this feeling that I don't think our defense is going to allow them any points. They're going to learn from their mistakes, and I think they're going to win, let's say, 36. Let's say 36-13. That's my final prediction, 36-13. They might get 1 TD and 2 field goals, and we get the rest. Steelers win 36-13 over the Cleveland loser Browns.